Well, hello to all of our show choir families. Um, my name is Andrew Ely. I am the vocal music director at Anamosa High School, and I am just absolutely thrilled to get the opportunity to work with all of the students and your families as we approach another show choir season. The 2019-20 season is, we're already planning. We've got songs picked out and music is being arranged, and it's already kind of the ball is rolling. Thank you for your flexibility in allowing me to present the information to you this way. We sure wanted to meet you face to face, and that certainly is a more effective way to get information across, but we're going to try it this way, and hopefully this is just as useful to all of you as we get ready for the summer. I want to communicate a lot of information here, and I'm thankful that you're willing to be flexible with how you get that information. At any time throughout the summer, if you have any questions or something comes up and you just want to run it past me, I encourage you just to reach out. Email, text message, all of those things. I have no problems with folks contacting me that way. The first thing I kind of want to do is, for those that don't know me, I want to just give you a little background. So in this picture, I'm the one with the beard. I grew up in Madison, Wisconsin, so that makes me a cheesehead, I suppose. I am a huge sports nut. I love football, baseball, college athletics. I'm just kind of a junkie when it comes to that. Music was never really my first thing until I got a little older in high school, and I realized that I think I could have done something with it, made a career of it, so to speak. The gal to the left of me in that picture is my wife, Jen. She is a 1995 graduate of Anamosa High School. She's a product of the school district. And those two beautiful little girls you see in the front are Madeline. She's the blondie. She is currently a sixth grader at Excelsior Middle School. And it is, at the recording of this anyway, awaiting the results of her first show choir audition, which makes her dad feel really weird. The little gal is Lydia. She is 9, and she's a fourth grader, finishing up fourth grade. She's a gymnast, so 4 days a week she trains at Victory Gymnastics in Marion, and then competes at the junior Olympic level in the fall. So we're a busy family. The little guy under the tent, the shaggy one, his name is Baxter. Can't forget him. He's a pretty important part of our family as well. So when I kind of create a schedule and approach, setting up the show choir season, I really base everything around these folks in this picture. They deserve my time, and so when I approach show choir rehearsal and the times that we do have, I want it to be efficient because I want to be with these folks, and they certainly deserve to have their dad around as often as possible. And I know that you all feel very similarly to that. Family is the most important thing we have. It's the most important thing that shapes us into who we are. And we spend the great portion of our lifetime with our family, and we value that. So similarly, when I look at a picture like this, I also see family. I'm going to spend a lot of time, students, with you. Some weeks it's going to feel like I'm with you more than your parents are. I guess that kind of makes me school dad. Again, that's kind of weird. But at the end of the day, I really care about you, and I want you to be successful, not just in music or in show choir, but in life. So if there's ever anything that I can do to help you along the way, I want to help you in any way I can. Parents, I thank you for lending me your children during this show choir season, and I want to just provide them with the best experience possible. So thank you. Thank you for, in any way, shape, or form, including me in your family as well. So the purpose of the meeting we were going to have would be to welcome you all to show choir and all that it brings. I want to make sure everybody is signed up on Remind, which is our communication service, and I'll explain that in just a second. And then to cover the basics, the expectations, performance dates, and then any other information that ends up being important when it deals with show choir. Question and answer sure would have been a lot easier face to face, and so I encourage anybody who has questions after viewing this to just get a hold of me and ask those questions. I'm happy to answer anything you have. And then if you so choose, we have a few social media platforms that we operate, and would like you to be a part of those if you are interested. Remind is a text service that I use, and it's my main way of getting a hold of and information out to the masses. I can send a quick text. It goes to all parents and all students. The same message goes out identically. So we're all on the same page of how things are happening and when they're happening. The beauty of this service, many of you I'm sure have used it in the past, is that I don't see your numbers and you don't see my phone number. And unlike a group text, no replies go out to everyone out. The replies just come back to me. And I like that because it can be a little bit cumbersome to get 100 replies going back and forth. So please do take a moment to sign up. You may even want to pause the video at this point. The easiest way to do so is to create a text message and send it to the number 81010, and in the body of that message type in the @ symbol and then 1920SSS. That will automatically sign you up. I'm going to be sending out some test texts. That's not easy to say. I'll send one of those things out next week. So if you don't get anything from me next week, please just shoot me an email, and we'll get you added manually. But please do get signed up for that. If you choose not to, I respect that. Just let me know how I can get information to you in the quickest and easiest way. I mentioned to you that I'm a sports nut, so I did the whole athletic thing when I was in school: baseball, football, soccer, wrestling, and so teamwork was something that I really truly believed in, and I think it kind of shaped me quite honestly into who I am a little bit, and it certainly has shaped me how I approach the show choir world. Why is show choir important? Because kids are going to learn teamwork. They're going to learn dedication. Being committed to something, being accountable to other people. It's no different than being accountable to that athletic team. From a performance standpoint, I don't really believe that there are any more intricate and complex activities and animals than show choir. I think that we have more moving parts than most, if not all, other activities, and it gives your child an opportunity to really be part of a high quality performance. It's very unique, and so they're going to have to be multitaskers and communicators, and they're going to have to be expressive, and they're going to have to be able to show their emotions and share their emotions with an audience. I think there's nothing better than that for our kids to round them out as human beings. Our community, the Anamosa community at large, has come to expect Sadie Street Singers as part of the fabric of the school. This coming year will be the 47th year. I'll say that again, the 47th year that Sadie Street Singers has been in existence. Our community has expected something great each of those 47 years, and certainly are going to expect something great from this group this coming year. I know that they will be proud of our young men and women, and I take that responsibility that our community is expecting of us very seriously. And so I also ask the students to please think about the fact that you are going to impact someone's life by being a part of this ensemble. And that's no overstatement. That's the truth. Think of that responsibility and how you approach being a part of this group. So how are we going to go about doing things? I've tried to make it as simple as possible, and they're easy to remember, and they shouldn't. Well, they should just be very simple principles to live by. Number one, respect our family. We are a family. There's no question about that. I mentioned before, we spend a lot of time with each other, being around each other as often as we will. It'll be like a bunch of brothers and sisters hanging out. We all know that brothers and sisters can laugh, they can argue, they can fight, they can disagree, but but at the end of the day, we're still going to care for each other and respect each other. No one person is going to be responsible for our success, nor is any one person responsible if we aren't successful. So we're just going to respect each other, and if there's disagreements, let's just confront those right away. Keep me in the loop. This really, in one word, means communicate. Conflicts are going to exist from a time perspective. I think it's what's great about Anamosa is that we kids get a chance to do a little bit of everything. And how phenomenal is that? I think it's wonderful. Just keep me in the loop. When there are conflicts, I want to be a part of the solution. And I can't be if I don't know about it. If you have questions, I will answer them. But the bottom line is just use me, okay? Use me and help me be a part of the solution. Help me to be part of the solution, and I'm confident that things will go smoothly. This will be the 13th year that I've directed show choir and my 21st year in education. I'm confident that communication is the key. When we can communicate with each other effectively, and everybody knows what's going on, there are a lot fewer problems. Okay, and then lastly, just trust in this process. We have the longest season, I think, of any other activity at school, and yet have fewer rehearsals or practices than any activity. So between the months of July, when we have our first choreography session, to our last Monday night rehearsal in March, maybe 20 rehearsals, maybe 20 times where we're getting together and working. And I know that sounds like a lot, but when we stretch it out over the course of 4 or 5 months, it might feel like at times we can sort of, take a night off, mail it in, give a little bit less effort. And I can guarantee you this, the way we practice in September will affect the way we perform in February. So what you do and how you do it will affect us positively or negatively. And so just please remember that as you're preparing to come to a rehearsal, and you don't want to, or you're tired, or you don't feel well, just know that we need you. We need you every time. And if we don't have you, it could affect our success. Obviously, everybody likes winning. I like winning, and I don't like losing. I like being recognized for hard work. I want to be recognized for a job well done. We all do. And I think when we do things the way they need to be done, and we trust in that process, the byproduct it will be the recognition and the awards and the trophies. More importantly, though, to me, is that the students who are in Sadie Street walk away proud and happy in themselves and of each other. If that doesn't happen, then I'm not doing my job. And I want this to be one of the more enjoyable things that a young person does when they're in high school. If there's something I can be doing differently or better to achieve that for your child, please let me know. I welcome conversation. We may not agree on every aspect, but I welcome the conversation. We all are in this for the same reason, and it's these 40 wonderful young men and women who have decided that they want to make this a part of their high school experience. And I'm humbled by the interest that your kids have shown in this activity. I want to make it the best it can possibly be. And so in a nutshell, I guess that's what drives me and how I feel this activity is best approached. The next several slides are going to be informational with dates. So if you have a calendar or need to go get a calendar, you may want to press pause and grab that, because we're going to show some dates here, and these are some pretty important ones. So next. And so how do we do that? We're able to do that because we have a tremendous booster organization that is so generous in providing us a budget that allows us to be competitive, but also smart with the money that we do use. And so this would be my plug to parents to please become involved in our booster organization. They meet monthly, usually the second or third Monday of the month, here at the high school. And just every parent that can get involved, it's the many hands make light work of the things that need to be done. In addition to supporting show choir, our boosters support marching band, they support our concert band, all of our concert vocal ensembles, in addition to providing scholarships to graduating seniors. It's a tremendous organization. They need help year-round. I know this fall they'll be sending out requests for folks who want to work in concessions for football games, because we have a wonderful relationship with the athletic boosters, and we do split time running those concessions areas at football games. So please, parents, please consider being a part of our Music Booster organization, helping out when you can. Again, I'm so thankful that you have you're entrusting me with your child, and knowing that I'm going to give everything I can to make this a wonderful experience for them. On the screen, you see my contact information. Please use it as you see fit. I would love to get to know all of you that I have not yet had a chance to meet. So if you happen to be at the school, feel free to stop on down, introduce yourself, and I'd love to meet you. And please be in contact as you need. I'm always happy to communicate in any way I can. And then just lastly, we have some vocal music social media platforms that we have out there. I do tweet out on occasion pictures, video during competitions. After maybe a particularly awesome rehearsal, I'll shoot out a note of thanks or reminders of events that are coming up. I'm not on Snapchat as often, but that is something that I do utilize. Again, the Remind text service is there on you. And then also this summer, our music boosters run a fireworks stand. That fireworks, this will be the third year the fireworks stand will be in operation. It's a great way for our boosters to make quite a bit of money in a short amount of time. And so if you could follow that link on Sign Up Genius to sign up for working a shift, selling fireworks, enjoying the nice weather. The fireworks stand is set up down at Scooter's Bar and Grill, and I have more information on that if anyone is interested. Thank you again so much for your flexibility with this presentation. I'm looking forward to an awesome year. Thanks so much.